Hello, Hornets. My name is Audrey Lee, and welcome to Culture Shock, the new show where we get up close and personal with local art and performance personalities. Today, we're here with an MMA fighter from Riverside, California. Here with us is Antonio Gonzalez, also known as the Royal T. How's it going?
Good, good. You can call me Tony.
All right, Tony.
Yeah, everything's good. What about you?
Pretty good. Feeling a little under the weather, but I'm feeling good besides that. So, Tony, how would you describe MMA to someone who's never done it before?
Okay, MMA is a sport where you mix all martial arts, and you really get to test the efficiency, through fighting one another one-on-one.
So, what got you into MMA?
When I first started martial arts, I started with wrestling. You know what I mean? When I was a freshman in high school, and one year I lived in Puerto Vallarta, that got me into kickboxing, and from kickboxing I learned about MMA, and that's what got me into jiu-jitsu from there. So now I've just been doing those three, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing.
How long have you been fighting?
Actually fighting in the cage and everything, probably like 5 years now.
Oh,
so
wow, that's a long time.
I took a long break. I did 2 fights, took a long break, and then now I'm back in it this year.
What fighting style would you prefer?
I like 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, in all honesty. Yeah, that's my favorite style.
Do you have a memorable moment from the ring?
Yeah, probably the first time I ever fought. That was the tester for me to see if this is what I really wanted to pursue.
Mm-hmm.
I just after that I loved being in there. I loved testing my arts, and that made it clear that this is for sure something that I want to do. It's the most memorable thing for me.
Do you have any fighters that you really look up to?
Yeah, definitely. My 2 coaches, Jeremy Fields, black belt Andretti Bravo. That's where we do 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. And my MMA and striking coach, Danny Navarro, out in Team Ironman MMA, Riverside. And last but not least, UFC fighter Tony Ferguson has been a really influential guy for my MMA game.
How do you prepare for a fight physically?
Physically, when a fight gets closer, I get on a really strict diet. And I really emphasize all of my drilling in all arts. I really drill all my craft in jiu-jitsu, wrestling, my combos, and stand-up fighting. You know what I mean? I'm really just trying to get the most reps in as possible, because your ability to efficiently execute the moves without having to think is critical when you're fighting.
Yeah.
So that's only attained by reps and reps and reps that come for.
That makes sense. They usually say practice makes perfect, but
Definitely.
I'd like to think practice makes permanent.
Perfect practice makes perfect. Nah,
that's fine. Both. Do you have a mentality when you go into the ring?
I like to reach a point of neutrality that I like to call lion mode, where I'm just perfectly calm and I'm ready to take what's mine, and when I'm in there, that's what I become. I become that lion,
Yeah. Okay,
so
it's like a fight.
Yeah, it's like you're ready, you're the predator in there, you're taking it. Yep.
All right.
Well, flight's not an option at that point. You're the lion, you're taking it at that point.
Well, alrighty, thanks for joining us. We're going to be going to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. And Tony will be showing me a quick technique from jiu-jitsu.
Yes, always correct.
Quick jiu-jitsu technique. Sounds good. So, lion mode?
Yes.
Lion mode.
All
right.
That's the one.
Sounds really good.
It's ready.
Do you think that there's a different kind of mode for a different animal?
Probably, yeah. There's other things.
Hello and welcome back to Culture Shock. We have Tony Gonzalez here, and he's about to show me a quick MMA technique.
Okay, we're going to go over a jiu-jitsu technique known as the kimura. This is an efficient technique for example, if somebody has a knife in a live situation, right? Let's say pretend you're carrying a knife, right? If they attack from the top, we're going to do an Americano. So let's say for this one, you're attacking from underneath. Okay. Yeah, they're stabbing here. We're going to establish wrist control, reach over the top and connect my wrist. At this point, I have full control of the joint. Try to move your arm around. we're strong here, right? We can use the knife against them if we want to. We can manipulate the shoulder upward, or we can snap the elbow this way if we really wanted to, right? Now the other way, if they start attacking from the top, this is called an Americana here. We're gonna grab wrist control, reach underneath, connect my wrist here. Same thing, we can start applying pressure downward.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, those are just, that's a quick jiu-jitsu technique.
And what was it called again?
That's called, the bottom one is the Kimura, the top one is the Americana.
Kimura and Americana?
Americana, yeah, Americana. Like American with an A, Americana, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, do you want to take a seat?
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds good, for sure.
Alrighty, so, Tony, how would you compare ring fighting to cage fighting? Is there a difference?
Yeah, the setting really, with the cage, you can use the cage to lean on and to shove your opponent against. Also, it's a more round shape, you know, so it changes the footwork, whereas a ring is square, you know, and there's holes in the ring. We can't really lean each other on there without falling through and whatnot.
What do you think distinguishes you from other MMA fighters out there?
The way I put the arts together, I feel like is the determining factor in that. I like to mix everything and attack from different angles, you know, ones that aren't really traditional. You know, I like to mix striking with wrestling, wrestling with jiu-jitsu, and, you know, I really have a hybrid style per se. That's what distinguishes me from all these other guys.
At what point did your career begin?
At what point did my career begin? Probably, honestly, I would probably say from when I stepped in the wrestling room in high school.
Okay.
I knew like I wanted to stick with it, you know, and then I just happened to find martial arts through that. You know, so I would say that's what sparked it for real, you know. Arlington High School, Riverside, wrestling.
Well, as we all know, mixed martial arts has become not only a big sport in recent years, but has also grown tremendously into a billion-dollar industry with big names such as Conor McGregor or Ronda Rousey. Correct. Upon seeing that level of success from these names, seeing the level of success they've achieved, are you more motivated to become successful in this career?
Definitely, you know, definitely not more motivated, but it's definitely something that, you know, that makes me want to get it more. It's not hard to stay motivated just because, you know, we got another man trying to knock us out. You know, that makes me want to train all day, to be honest with you. I don't want that to happen. But yeah, no, for sure, that's definitely a good factor in there too.
So as you're trying to make yourself successful and make your name for yourself in the fighting world, where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years, I want to be already competing at the highest level in mixed martial arts and jiu-jitsu and, you know, whatever I can get my hands on, you know, any martial arts world, I want to be. Do you have any advice for anyone who's considering MMA as a career? Yeah,
I do, and that would be work hard, harder than you may think you need to work, you know what I mean, and believe. That's the main thing. Believe in yourself. You know, no one's going to believe in you like you do, you know, so have that with you.
I think that's good advice for anything, not even just MMA. Yeah, that's a good mentality.
You got to believe whatever it is you're doing in this world, you know, not just mixed martial arts, that's for sure.
All right, well, thank you so much, Tony, for joining us here at Culture Shock. I'm sure this will inspire our fellow students to further look into MMA as a career.
Right, and also if you guys, there's a 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu out here in Fullerton. It just opened up. You know, if you're around the area, there's a 10th Planet there. If you're ever in Corona, stop into 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Corona. If you're ever in Riverside, Team Ironman MMA, okay? Also, I'll be fighting June 10th, Citizens Bank Arena in Ontario. If you guys want to see what I'm about, I'll be there fighting for the world bantamweight title, amateur, you know what I mean? So I'd appreciate it if anyone can make it.
Do you have a lot of awards?
Jiu-jitsu wise, yes. You know, mixed martial arts. I'm planning on getting that June 10th. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, thank you so much, Tony, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I'm Audrey Lee, and thanks for tuning into Culture Shock. And on that bombshell, take care, everyone. We'll see you next time. Yep. Yeah. Well, I'll probably go see you at the MMA thing. Yeah.
For sure, I'll have all the info. Yeah.
All the info? Cool. All right. Sounds good. Hope you guys have a good day.